over the dagger as Gertie skillfully cuts through the web.
There. Now, let's find that recipe.
Onward, bold camper. The path ahead thickens.
Whatever it takes, I'm getting that recipe. Come on, Egbert.
Great, just when I thought we'd avoid more trouble.
The camera pulls back as they venture deeper into the enchanted forest of yore, unaware of the challenges yet to come. The scene opens with bright shafts of sunlight filtering through the trees, highlighting a clearing.
What's all the fuss about, Egbert? Are those blocks?
Seems like some kind of game. Let's back away slowly.
Ah, a bold camper. Come forth and join the fun. Care for a riddle or two?
A riddle? I can handle that. What do you want in return?
Only your keen-minded, perhaps. That colorful backpack.
Gertie, maybe we should just.
Not a chance. I'll take your riddles and keep my backpack.
You're overconfident again.
Then let the games begin. What has keys but can't open locks? Can make music but is not a song?
A piano. The answer is a piano.
Very clever, dear camper. But did you think I'd play fair? Before Gertie can react, watch this.
What just happened? Is this part of the game?
This isn't what I expected. Just answer another riddle, Grimsby.
All right, clever girl. Here's your next.
Oh boy.
I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?
An echo. The answer is an echo.
Blast it! This isn't supposed to be easy.
You're going to regret that.
Gertie, what are you doing?
You think this is a game?
Indeed. Welcome to Grimsby's Games. Next round, Gertie, a treasure hunt.
I'm in, but you better keep your end of the deal.
Find the markers hidden around this glade, and I'll give you a hint to the recipe you seek.
I'm in, but you better keep your end of the deal.
Gertie, wait up. What if we can't find anything?
Gertie begins her frantic search as woodland creatures scatter, eager to witness the antics. The scene opens in a hidden thicket where towering trees are tangled with vines.
This must be it, Egbert. Grimsby's lair of stolen recipes.
And you think you'll just hand over the ultimate omelet recipe? I don't like our odds here.
Ah, the bold camper. Found your way to my treasure. Have you? Looking for something?
Cut the games, Grimsby. I want the ultimate omelet recipe.
Why fight when you can cook? Let's have a cook-off. Winner takes the recipe.
You're on, but if I win...
If you win, take all the recipes you want. But if I win, you'll have to help me gather more ingredients. Deal?
Gertie, wait. Don't you smell that?
Deal. Let's get cooking.
Prepare yourself. You'll need more than just guts.
What in the forest is that?
A special sauce, if you must know. Now, are you ready?
This can't end well.
The scene shifts to a rapid montage of them chopping vegetables, whisking eggs, and throwing ingredients into their respective cauldrons.
A dash of mischief makes all things better.
Oh no, the cauldron's boiling over.
Egbert.
Now that's a recipe for chaos.
It's a disaster.
No, no, no. Grimsby, I didn't mean.
You're a reckless cook, Gertie. Let's see how you salvage this mess.
I can fix this. We just need to find the best ideas from those.
You think you can whip up a masterpiece from sludge and scraps? Challenge accepted.
With this, chaos reigns as they both toss together what they can gather. The scene opens amidst the wreckage of the cook-off, recipe scrolls drenched in sauces and scattered herbs.
Great. Now we've got the biggest cooking mess in your...
And Grimsby's going to turn green from all this. Well, everything.
Who knew a cook-off could have such flavorful results? I've got a mind to keep this as my new recipe, a stew of mischief.
You think this is funny? You've stolen so many recipes. Why do you do it, Grimsby?
A troll's life can be so lonely under the trees. I thought if I collected the best recipes, I'd make friends at my feasts. But no one ever comes. They just want my treasures.
But recipes can't make friends, Grimsby. Friends share meals and moments, not just ingredients.
Gertie eyes Egbert, intrigued by his sentiment as she glances back at Grimsby.
You've been hoarding your treasures instead of sharing them. Have you ever invited anyone over?
I have, but I always end up alone with my recipes. I thought food would lure them in.
See, you need a different recipe, a recipe for friendship.
All right, Grimsby, let's work on something together. We can create a dish. One that isn't just a recipe but something meant for sharing.
Together, you really think we could do that?
Of course, let's whip brain and egg into something fab.
Let's combine what we have. We'll start fresh.
You see, I've got everything from pickled unicorn horn to enchanted tree sap. A true treasure trove. But what do we include?
As they dive into the improvised cooking, the atmosphere gradually shifts from chaos to creation.
A splash of this and dash of that. Let's keep it simple.
The goofier the dish, the better. And it'll taste like friends made in the chaos.
There goes my favorite shirt.
More flavor.
This is turning into something surreal.
There, what do you think?
I've never tasted something made so beautifully chaotic.
Here's to our friendship omelet, a recipe we'll all remember.
They each take a bite, the flavor unexpectedly bursting with the essence of all their combined efforts.
You know, this might just be the best omelet ever.
I think I finally understand. It's not what's in the pot, but who is around it.
As laughter continues, the three of them indulge in the messy dish, crafting not just a meal but a bond that hints at future adventures. The laughter continues as the camera pulls back, capturing the joyous chaos in the thicket. The scene opens with Gertie, Egbert, and Grimsby seated around an improvised campfire.
Well, it looks a mess, but let's see if it tastes better than it looks.
Taste tingles on the tongue. Let's hope for an explosion of flavor.
I hope it doesn't explode literally.
With a shared glance, they dig into the colorful concoction, forking bites and chewing thoughtfully.
It's surprisingly delightful.
Just like our journey, chaotic, but somehow it works.
Who knew messiness could be delicious?
You know, after all this, I think it's time I return your recipes. I've learned something.
You really want to give them back? All of them?
Yes, while stealing gave me temporary amusement, keeping friends is what I truly desire.
Grimsby reaches into his vest, preparing to produce the stolen scrolls.
That doesn't look good.
What's happening?
It's a magical storm. We have to get out of here.
But the recipes.
I'll return them. Just stay close.
The wind howls louder as the magical energy builds, reality seeming to warp around them.
Grimsby.
You've changed me, Gertie. But I must go. The storm.
Why can't you stay just a bit longer?
Because sometimes letting go is as important as holding on.
As the wind picks up fiercely, swirling around them, Grimsby drops the recipes into a vortex created by the storm.
No, the recipes, my quest.
Remember the journey, Gertie. That is the true treasure.
He's gone.
The remnants of the chaotic storm swirl away with the stolen recipes, their journey's meaning dissipating into the dusk.
What now? Was the recipe really worth it?
The glade falls silent, the chaotic magic of the storm settling into an uneasy quiet.
I thought I was seeking the perfect omelet, but maybe I was looking for something deeper, a connection.
With an echo of laughter from the now distant troll, Gertie lowers her head, contemplating the twisted remnants of her journey. The screen fades, leaving the resolution ambiguous. The end. The sound of laughter and chatter fills the crisp mountain air.
What sorcery is this? These are not warriors. They are specters speeding past.
A ripple of laughter echoes from nearby.
Nice form. You've got the Viking tumble down to an art. Ever thought of pursuing a new career in graceful disasters?
This is no jest. I will conquer these slopes, or the gods will mock me for eternity.
You might want to start with a little less bravado. That jacket's more suited for a bear than a snowboarder. It's weighing you down.
He invokes visions of axes and shields.
In my time, precision and strength are everything. This board is a child's toy.
But it can be your weapon, Eric. Just like that, if you learn to wield it. Ever considered a race? Might help you find your footing.
A challenge? I accept. But know this, Lena. I don't back down easily.
Trust me, you'll need more than pride to win this one.
Determination seeps through his frustration as he stares down the hill.
If I cannot master this sorcery, then I am nothing.
Lena watches as he fails again, muffled laughter echoing in the distance.
Welcome to the future, Viking.
A brooding figure locked in timeless conflict amidst vibrant chaos. The atmosphere is ripe with anticipation as groups of enthusiastic snowboarders gather, glancing toward Eric and Lena.
You think you can take me down the mountain, Lena? I am not a warrior to be trifled with.
You realize this isn't a battlefield, right? It's a snow race. Besides, you've been face-planting all day.
The remnants of shame stir his resolve.
Laughter may mask fear. I will conquer this slope and earn respect. Respect? You'll need more than a puny sword to earn that, Viking. Why not give up now and save yourself the embarrassment?
Eric prepares for a possible confrontation, adrenaline surging through him.
Looks like you've made a friend, Eric. But I'd rather not go easy on you because of your friendship issues.
This will be no stroll. Prepare yourself for my wrath.
Eric observes the competitors, his senses sharpened by the challenge.
Hope you can keep up, old man. It's not just about strength, it's about grace.
I will lead the way, Lena.
His competitive instincts momentarily fail him.
Eric, watch out.
Gasps fill the air as fabric flies, showcasing the crowd's disbelief.
Nice move, Viking. You've managed to bring the decorations down with you.
This is not the end. I will rise again. You will see. Maybe you should stick to what you know best. Battling the elements of failure.
The humiliation stirs something profound within him, igniting the fiery resolve of a warrior.
I will not be a shadow. This is not my legacy.
A brooding figure amidst the winter chaos, waiting for another chance to rise. The air is thick with anticipation as Eric and Lena gear up to tackle the undulating hills.
Lead on, Lena. Teach me to conquer the swift winds.
That hill there? It's got a bite, but you need to learn the dance before you can lead.
Eric tumbles again, frustration gnawing at him.
Damn this accursed board.
It's just a board, Eric. You're fighting it instead of flowing with it.
A sudden gust of wind sweeps through, ominous clouds gathering overhead.
We need to find shelter.
There!
They are greeted by a harsh contrast to the chaos outside.
Looks like we're stuck here until the storm passes. Hope you brought stories to keep the cold at bay.
Stories of conquest are all I have. Tales of my brothers in arms. Of battles fought in blood and fire.
Go on then. Let's see how the Viking chooses to remember his glories.
We took what we wanted. Not for greed, but for survival, for glory. Each conquest carved our names into the songs.
But at what cost? Lives destroyed, families shattered. Does it still haunt you?
The past is not a specter to be banished, Lena. Every name, every face lingers. But in this world, this new world, I feel lost. The wind whispers of old tales but offers no solace.
You can't run from who you are, but you don't have to keep reliving it either. Find a new story, Eric.
I will not run. This is my path now.
Then let's write that new story together, but not of bloodshed. I want a story of victories we can celebrate.
Then teach me the ways of this dance before the wind.
Navigating the echoes of the past while straining towards an uncertain future. The day of the Frostbite Championship dawns bright and clear, crackling with anticipation.
Today I will prove myself.
Nervous, Viking? Or just hoping the clouds don't swallow you whole again?
I will show you what true skill is.
Show me, then, but don't blame me when you take another dive.
Looks like the likes of you two might as well give up now. Best pack your boards for the next snowstorm. Talk while you can, Marcus. On this slope, we shall see who is truly worthy.
The atmosphere is thick with excitement as they await the signal.
And they're off.
The winds whip past him as he carves through the snow, fueled by determination.
This is it.
Eric, it's too high. Stay steady.
The crowd watches in awe as he builds up speed.
Oh, this will be hilarious. No. Watch out.
Gasps ripple through the crowd, resulting in stunned silence. Concern etches her features as she assesses the situation.
Are you insane, Eric? You could have.
I was proving my worth. Proving your worth? Looks more like you crashed into your own shame, Viking.
The weight of the crowd's gaze presses heavily on his shoulders.
We have an injury on the slope. Medical team, please assist.
He reflects on the ridicule and chaos that surrounds him.
You can't keep letting pride dictate every jump you take, Eric.
I will not be a fool who crumbles under others' judgment.
The fire burns within him as he resolves not to let this setback define him. With a hardened resolve, he prepares to face the consequences of his choices. Chaos lingers in the air following the race.
They need help. Get some medics here fast.
I can't abandon them. We must.
We won't outrun an avalanche. You think they need you more than we need to survive?
The ominous sound heightens the tension in the air.
We have to go, now.
But what of him? This is my doing.
You're doing? You think staying here will change anything? We can't save him like this.
Time is running out as the danger escalates.
Fine. Grab their board and let's go.
They sprint toward a narrow path, snow swirling around them like spirits in despair.
Move it. You two are going to get buried. Run.
Stick together. Don't let go.
The world erupts in chaos as a wall of white descends upon them.
Lena, hold on.
Eric.
Desperation grips him, the cold choking his breath.
Lena.
He sinks to his knees, burdened by the weight of his choices. An avalanche of souls, once connected, now scattered in the cold landscape. Each piece echoing the cost of pride, ambition, and the burden of feeling lost. The end. Lucius strides purposefully into this chaos, his cloak swirling around him.
Step aside, I need space.
He kneels, fixating on the child, his gloved hands methodically retrieving a small vial filled with a murky liquid. Please, don't let her die. I'll do anything.
Desperation won't change the course of this plague.
He administers the potion, his gaze unwavering. Suddenly, from the corner of his eye, Lucius spots Tiberius weaving through the refuse.
You thrive amidst this hell, don't you?
Look at the Birdman. Thinks he's a healer.
He's just a coward hiding behind that mask.
Lucius rises, ignoring their taunts. You can save her. Please.
Hope is no remedy.
Tiberius skitters closer, seeming to sense Lucius's focus shifting.
Hold her steady.
He makes an incision in the child's arm, blood pooling momentarily.
Let's form a line. We're all dying here.
Lucius, blood-stained hand steady, stands amidst the encroaching wave of disease and despair.
I won't play savior to a selfish mob.
You can't just ignore us.
Lucius takes a step back, glancing at Tiberius, who remains poised in the shadows. Suddenly, a scream pierces the air. A nearby mother collapses, cradling her own dying child. Instinctively, Lucius moves toward the new victim, elbows pushing through the encircling mass.
Despair as I may, there must be value in this struggle.
In the torrent of chaos, Lucius glimpses Tiberius retreating into the shadows.
A reminder of resilience, even in death.
The screen fades to black, echoing with the cacophony of mortals clashing against the inevitable.
What secrets do you hide in this abyss?
He steps further into the decaying building, its walls pulsating with an eerie resonance of madness.
Do you sense it, Tiberius? The weight of despair in this place?
The tarantula pauses momentarily, as if aware of his presence, then scuttles up a bent staircase. Lucius enters the chamber. The sight is chilling.
No. Get away from us. He's a harbinger.
Whispers, can you hear them? They're coming.
I'm here to help.
You bring death with you. Leave.
Lucius sidesteps, narrowly avoiding the man's grasp.
You misunderstand me. You're suffering.
No aid. No salvation.
In the surge, Lucius backs away, vision darting for Tiberius.
The shadows are strong here.
I'm trying to save you.
A chair flies across the room, narrowly missing Lucius.
Tiberius. Futility. All this, for nothing.
He bursts out into the hallway, gasping for breath, racing past the shadows that seem to encroach upon him. As they exit the building, Lucius is left with the haunting realization that even in his attempts to aid, despair has woven itself deeper into the fabric of the city around him.
Tiberius?
A shuddering silence falls over the space.
What treachery binds you, my friend?
Look at the beauty. Chaos breathes art into the dying world.
Release him at once. This is no art, it's madness.
Madness? No, my dear masked healer. This is liberation. When life shrivels, what remains is pure creation.
With a swift flick of his wrist, he lunges at Lucius.
Enough. Let him go.
You think you understand suffering? Art demands sacrifice.
With a convulsive movement, the deranged artist lunges again, his knife aimed directly at Lucius. Lucius weaves through the fray, clutching the edge of the web to free Tiberius. In the chaos, the paintings seem to awaken.
You delude yourself if you think this chaos has meaning.
As Lucius finally tears the web away from Tiberius, the artist lunges with fervor.
Madness begets madness?
No, you disrupt the flow. Suffering should be celebrated.
In the mayhem, and Tiberius skitters back to Lucius's side, poised but trembling.
You fought against death. What could bind us more tightly?
The deranged artist fades into the gloom, his cackling echoing throughout the space.
We're not free yet.
Lucius scans the chaotic remnants of the sanctuary, the painted souls watching.
Endure. We start again in this chaotic existence.
As Lucius prepares to leave this cursed place behind, he glances back. Shadows spiral, the artist's laughter echoing. With Tiberius at his side, Lucius steps into the muted twilight, the weight of despair heavier than before.
Such revelry in the face of decay.
The doctor graces us with his somber presence. Have you come to inject a little life into our celebration?
You skirt the edge of oblivion while feasting on ignorance.
Come now. A touch of madness enlivens the spirit. Let us not dwell on the grim realities of the outside world.
As the festivities continue, Lucius's gaze shifts to Tiberius.
Did you hear? It's in the water. We could all be doomed.
Lucius grips his cloak, clenching his fists as he contemplates his choices.
What you dismiss as folly is a plague that consumes this world.
Must we ruin the evening with such dire talk?
Willful blindness will not spare you.
The revelers briefly murmur, glancing nervously at one another. Suddenly, Tiberius slips through the legs of attendees, sensing the storm brewing.
Perhaps ignorance is a form of salvation.
I don't feel well.
The shadows, they creep closer. Flee, flee.
Enough. Stay calm.
Back. Stay where you are.
Is this how you face mortality? By retreating into madness?
The thundering rush of bodies pushes Lucius to the sides of the hall. As chaos erupts, the lights flicker, illuminating horrified faces.
You cannot outrun death.
He attempts to make his way through the pandemonium, reaching for Tiberius. The hall devolves into darkness, extinguished by panic. The room fades into noise, leaving only the echoes of mad laughter.
This chaos will not bring salvation. You turn to me as a scapegoat, yet the truth is we all share the burden of existence.
A group of frantic citizens encircles him, their expressions painted with confusion and distrust.
That man, he brings the plague in his shadow. We must purge the source of our suffering.
I am not the plague. I speak of the inevitability of death, a truth you all wish to deny.
But what of our survival? We cannot simply wait for death.
Survival is an illusion amidst chaos. Your instincts blind you to the futility of this struggle. Look around you.
We want a cure. We want hope.
Tiberius.
Get him. He relishes in our suffering.
You lie. You bring only despair.
With a swift motion, a stone is hurled from the crowd, striking Lucius's shoulder.
You must confront the truth. Ignorance will not save you. This fight won't change your fate. You can't escape the reality of death.
In the chaotic swirl, he glances around, searching for Tiberius. The end.